Overwatch. You love it, you hate it, and most of the time, you won't scream at the top of your lungs at your monitor. We've all dealt with the concept of looking at skins and having mixed signals about them. Oh, I like this one. Oh, I hate this one. But when it comes to the skins, there's one specific type of skins that definitely have mixed feelings, and those being the Mythic skins. If you do not know what Mythic skins are, boy, you be living under a rock, because God forbid, everyone knows, especially if they play Overwatch, what a Mythic skin is. Mythic skins are skins of a rarity that can only be acquired by Mythic prisms, that you can only acquire by either buying them, which if you are buying them, God forbid you are fucking rich or you are in debt, or by getting them via Battle Pass, which, mind you, are only 80 prisms, but that's probably a lot better than spending nearly 100 fucking quid for probably just 100 prisms. And at the same time, Mythic skins are skins that have unique skin effects and have also got the option to customize whether it is their headpiece, their weapons, or even, their color palettes. You can change them to whatever you like about them. So in today's video, I'm going through basically all 41 Mythic skins and weapons and ranking them to where I honestly would put them. And mind you, these are my opinions about them. So I am sorry if you do not like them, but again, these are my opinions. So this is the bad tier, which is basically from 41 to 27. These are basically skins that I don't like or I didn't really see the idea with. With that in mind, we're going to start off with the Tokyo Rebel Mythic weapon for Hanzo. This was in Season 3, Reign of Talon. Now, if I'm being completely honest with this design, it is not my favorite, purely because it's not a great design for him. Because if I'm being honest, I'm a type of person that would look at a Mythic weapon and try and see what skins would go well with this kind of Mythic weapon, and the only one I would see with him is the ones that make him look like a Power Ranger. And at the same time, with this Mythic weapon, it feels like there is just too much going on with the Mythic weapon. I mean, the only thing I love about it, mind you, is the little flourish, because it's a dragon. It's a dragon swirling around in his arm, and that makes total sense, because obviously, if anyone doesn't know, he has a dragon swirling around his arm when it's, his ultimate, or during even the cinematic when he's facing his fucking brother. So, yeah, you can kind of see where this is gonna go. And I know it's dead last, and I know it's like the beginning part of the seasons, but trust me when I tell you this, there's more along the way that I'm a bit, my own opinions. Next up, we have Celestial Angel Mercy. This is from the first season of Reign of Talon, and if I'm being completely honest, I didn't see why they had to have, or they decided to give her a second skin. I mean, if anything, I would have the thought of a second skin after everyone else have had basically a skin. Doesn't matter if it's good or bad, as long as they had a skin, then we can move on to the concept of them having a second Mythic skin. I mean, don't get me wrong, the design looks really good. I mean, it matches with the whole theme of, obviously, Angel and all that kind of stuff. But, I mean, yeah, I just didn't see the point of them having a second Mythic at all until, everyone has a Mythic skin, including my little rocky person, Venture. They deserve a Mythic skin. They deserve a lot of skins. God damn. Next up is Sun God Ra Ana, which, funny enough, is in the second season of Talon, of Reign of Talon. This one is the same concept with Mercy, where I would have the thought of a second skin after everyone else has had a Mythic skin. But the reason why Ana is slightly up higher than Mercy is purely because I like Ana skins more than I do with Mercy. And plus, with the Sun God skin, it actually goes well with her in a sense. You know, because obviously there's another skin that has an Egyptian theme going around. And, you know, it's not that bad. So in my opinion, I generally think this is probably a great idea for Ana. But, yeah. Next, I have... I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong. Is it Dame Chance? Widowmaker? It's Widow... Oh, yeah. Yeah, sorry. So Dame Chance, which is the Widowmaker mythic weapon. This was in Season 19, Honor and Glory. Now, if I'm being really, really, really honest, and I don't usually want to make certain players be like, how could you say that and all that? I love the design of this weapon, but it's not for me, purely because I don't play Widowmaker. I've never really touched Widowmaker. That sounds really dodgy, but you know what I mean. I've never really played Widowmaker at all because she's not really my type of character to play. You know, I have like medium range characters, short range characters, and oftentimes long range, but I don't usually play Widow, neither do I play Hanzo. I don't play any of the sniper-like characters. So, don't get me wrong, I love the design, but it's not for me, in my honest opinion. Next is the Spirit Keeper. This is for Kiriko. And boy, oh boy, do I have mixed feelings about this one. It's essentially the same thing with Widowmaker, where I love the design of it, but it's not for me. And at the same time, this was also during the time where Kiriko was a favorite to Overwatch, because no matter what you did, she would always have a mythic, or even just the little bit of the little skin. Apologies in advance. I have only just found out Widowmaker's mythic weapon, Dame Chance, isn't actually in Season 19. It is actually Season 15. So I do apologize in advance about that. Anyways, moving along. Reason being is basically the same thing with Widowmaker, except it wasn't really a good idea. I mean, like, I love the design of it, but it's not for me. And at the same time, it was during when Kiriko was a favorite to Overwatch, and she was beginning to have numerous amount of skins possible. So, yeah, that's why it's currently at number 37. Next up, we have, and this one is probably going to be one that I'm going to get a lot of, like, why the hell is this up there, you stupid potato. And I have chosen Divine Druid Lifeweaver. So here is where I'm like meh with it, because I don't mind the idea of this. In fact, you know, it's a great idea for Lifeweaver, because obviously, you know, it's got like nature. His ultimate is literally a fucking tree. Like that's fine. That's a great idea. But it lacks the option to customize him, because the only things you can customize on him is literally his color palette and his back. Like, if anything, if it were me, I would give the option to customize his weapon, maybe his hair, or his head or something. But that's literally what it is, and I was a little bit disappointed in that. So, yeah. Next is a very, very surprising one, because I'm not even I probably a lot of you will probably be like, how is this not at the bottom? I've chosen Grand Beast Orisa. Now, since Orisa is one of my mains, if I'm being completely honest, I love this skin. Don't get me wrong, because I love playing Orisa. But it is basically Mega Soma 2.0. Like, if you get an image of the skin Mega Soma, you will understand why people are saying this is Mega Soma 2.0. I love the idea, I love the concept, but it's literally just another exotic skin just Mythic. So, yeah. Next up is Lead Road Ash. This is her Mythic weapon. This was shown in Season 14. Now, I love the idea. I love the design. But it's again the same thing with Widowmaker, where I don't usually play Ash. But if I had the skin, you know, I wouldn't mind. Because it's a good idea. It's a great design. This one has a lot of good things with it, I'd say. So, yeah. But again, it's the same thing with Widowmaker. Next, and this one pains me to say, I've chosen Deliverance, which is Soldier 76's Mythic weapon. If I'm being honest, it does not feel like a Soldier 76 skin. If anything, the whole concept of demons and all that kind of stuff, it feels like a Hanzo Mythic weapon. Like, obviously, when it was first announced in Season 13, it pains me to, like, even think, because I generally was like, oh yeah, let's go. But now looking back, I'm like, oh, it's not really that much of a good design. It doesn't feel like a soldier skin. It feels more like a Hanzo skin more than anything. So, yeah. But speaking on terms of Season 13, next up is Spellbinder Widowmaker. Now, this skin, if I'm being completely honest, I love the design. And while it does have a lot of great customizationable options, like the option to change her hats, the option to change her, you know, her wing things, or maybe even other parts or something. I don't know, that sounds really wrong. But you know what I mean. It gives out great customizationable options, but it doesn't feel like a Widow skin. If anything, this one feels like a fucking Ash skin. And it's just, it doesn't feel quite right with the skin. Next up is, and on terms of Ash, funny enough, I've chosen Calamity Empress Ash, which was in Season 11. Now, while it was matching the theme of the season, which I believe was like I think it was like the Japanese, the kaiju rider. I don't know if that's actually right, but it was like the Japanese Power Rangers kind of theme, and I do like it. But when I'm looking at the Ash skin, I feel like there's something off with the skin. Don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But I just feel like there is always something off with that skin. So that's why it's currently at number 31. Now, this one is probably going to get a lot of hot takes, but number 30, I've chosen the Kiriko skin, which was in Season 3. This is what I believe to be the reason why Kiriko has so many skins to this day. I hate this skin. Don't know why. I just hate it. Because I don't understand the concept. I don't understand the theme. And I'll probably get a lot of people being like,
how dare you? You don't know true designs and all that.
Yeah, well, neither does Overwatch with some of these skins, but I'm not complaining. And at the same time, the Kiriko skin wasn't a great design, in my opinion. And again, was the reason behind everyone dissing Kiriko for having so many skins. Next, I have chosen, and this one also pains me to say, Ultraviolet Soldierin. Season 18. Now, while I do love the idea and design, at the same time, I don't know how I feel about the skin as a whole, because the skin itself was just a random, concept. And at first, it looked really good. But then after looking at it more and more, I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, what am I looking at, I didn't really have a problem with, but it was more or less the fact that it was a kind of meh kind of skin. Yeah, I just didn't know how I feel about it as a whole, because I love the idea and I love the design. I just didn't know how I felt about it as a whole. Next is Zeus Junker Queen. This was in Season 2, and while I do love the skin, I feel like the concept idea could have gone to someone else, like Reinhardt, because Reinhardt would make a lot more sense being Zeus and all that kind of stuff. If anything, I would perhaps give the concept of Ares to her instead of Zeus, because, you know, a battle axe, guns, knives, screaming. Kind of reminds me of Ares a bit. Next up, I have Star Shooter Juno. Now, I know for a fact, people who play Juno will probably be like, what the hell is wrong with you? I love the concept, but I think there are better skins with this, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I'm a type of person that loves all types of skins, but I think there are better ones with Star Shooter Juno. Now we're on to the okay tier list, which is basically skins that I think are alright, or they're okay, or skins that I generally think could do a lot better if they had these sorts of things and all that kind of stuff. And we're going to start off with Divine Desperado Cassidy. This is what I consider to be an okay skin, because I generally wish there was more options to customize him. And perhaps, and this one might get a little bit meh, perhaps maybe changing his chest bit, as well as his eyes. Because if I'm sorry, but if he is a god, surely his eyes would be like a little bit like having a halo-ish effect or something, you know? Like, I generally think this could have been a really better skin if they give him more design to him or something along those lines. Next up is Midnight Sun Ana, which is the mythic weapon, which is in Season 12. Again, same thing with Cassidy. I think this this mythic skin is an okay concept. I have nothing wrong with the design or anything, and I do like the flourish being the Sleep Dart pistol and her spinning it around. I generally thought it's a really cool design. Next up is Sumi Ishimoji, which is the mythic weapon for Genji, and it was released in the second season of Reign of Talon. Now, Sumi Ichimoji, which literally translates to ink line, or one character in ink. If I'm being honest, I like this. I like the design, but at the same time, similar with Star Shooter Juno, I think there is better ones along the list. So I'm sorry, Genji, for dissing your mythic weapon.
I need healing.
Now we're on to one of the skins that I generally think is the most okay skins as well, Adventurer Tracer. And I like the fact that it matches with the skin alongside with the theme of it, because I'm pretty sure this theme was a sort of Dungeons and Dragons kind of idea. But I don't know, something seemed really off with this skin, and I never knew what it was. I think it was because of the fact that she starts off as an elf, and then she becomes like a knight or something, and I'm like, okay, that sort of confuses me, but it's okay. That's how I feel about it. It's okay. Next is Merciful Magitech, which is the Mercy mythic weapon. This was released in Season 16. Now, I generally think this weapon to be the second cutest because of the little dude that Mercy has whenever she's, moving around. Not saying that Star Shooter Juno's weapon is ugly. I think that one is also cute. But I think Mercy's mythic is also very cute as well. And on the lines of Season 16, the next one is Heart of Hope Juno. This skin, I think, is a really amazing concept, and it matches very well with the theme, which was Doki Watch. I generally think this was probably one of the best skins that they did. I didn't know what else to say about it, because I'm not really that much of a expert when it comes to this type of stuff. So yeah, but I generally think it's an alright skin. Next up is Magma Titan Doomfist. Now this one might be a little bit of a surprise, considering I don't play Doomfist. But I think this is a really, really good skin for him. Possibly close towards his Overwatch League skin. But the only reason why it is here is because of the little wing that is on his skin. As I really didn't understand the idea behind the Thing. The Magma Titan Doomfist skin is a really great skin. I didn't understand why it had the little wing on his shoulder. Next is Blazing Sunsetter, which is the Cassidy mythic weapon. This one I think to be a good idea for Cassidy, and even the kill effects go really well for him. It's just, again, I think there are more better ones along the way, but this one is a really great weapon, especially since it was for Season 18, and I think it was a long-awaited mythic for Cassidy. This one, again, is another one that will pay me to say it, but I'm also biased about being a soldier main, because the next one is from the Season 2 Reign of Talon, Vaulted Overdrive, Soldier 36. Now, if I'm being honest, I do think this skin is a great concept and a great theme for him, but I also get mixed signals about it, because it's either too much or there's not enough with this skin. So that's why it is in the okay area, because it has definitely got mixed signals about it. Next is a very recent skin, the Ascendant Phoenix skin for Ilari. Now, I do like the fact that it matches with her powers, and I love the fact that it's a phoenix and all that, but I was very hoping that if you could change the color palette, it could also change the skin, like the hair color of her ultimate. So like, say if like you choose the blue color palette, it would change her hair color to be blue. But I mean, like, it does, but it then immediately goes straight to like bright yellow, and I'm like, maybe meh. So it is it's an alright skin for me. I have it, it's alright. Next up is from Season 7, and that being Oraio Hanzo? Oraio means vengeful spirit, which I can kind of see that with the skin. If I'm being honest, I mean, again, I'm not a Hanzo main, but I love the fact that this skin matches with the Genji skin, and I hate the fact that it lacks the options to customize. Because all you can literally customize, again, is his weapon and his color palette, I'm pretty sure. So I do find that to be a little bit annoying. I generally think this is a really good skin. I think it's very, very good. Next is my personal favorite of the cutest mythics. From Season 20, it is the Capsule Cannon for Orisa. This is by far the cutest because it's the fact of the Flourish giving you random plushies that you can squeeze the life out of over and over and over and over and over. It's just fun, nonetheless, and I think this is a really cool idea for Orisa, to be honest. Next is Hop Online May. This was in Season 1 of Reign of Talon, and while this is the most random skin out of all of them, I think this is also a very cute skin. Because, you know, it's a it gives her like a little cyber bunny, and also gives her a lot more concept to follow with this skin. So I do think this is a really cool design, and I really do like it, to be honest. But also, knowing me, there's probably going to be a lot of e-girls, or probably a lot of dudes accusing people of being e-girls with having this skin. Next is Horang Diva, which is in Season 17. Horang, which translates to tiger. Now, this skin is a great idea for Diva, considering instead of a bunny, it's now this white tiger kind of design. And I generally think it really does suit her. And I think like a lot of people would be dissing this skin a lot because it's like, oh, it doesn't look right. Oh, it doesn't. I'm like, yes, good design. And now we're on to the good tier list. Now, these are skins that I generally think are really, really good designs. And this is possibly where it's going to be the hottest takes possible, and I'm truly sorry about them. So, first up, and this is definitely a really, really hot take, because this is Season 3 Reign of Talon, and I have chosen World Forger Mauga. Now, while this is the newest skin, I'm going to be completely honest, this season might be the first season where I get both mythic skins. Because I love the concept, and it is giving me Moana vibes with the whole lava and life goddess, considering that Mauga looks to be like this storm kind of god and all that. And I can kind of see it with him. And at the same time, I love the fact that it gives him more design on his markings, on his like his guns, and even like his hair. And it even gives him glowing eyes. Gives him glowing eyes. That's good. So that's why it's currently up there as one of my favorite skins, possibly. Next, for season 15, I have chosen Pixiu Zenyatta. Now this skin came as a surprise for me because I have got mixed feelings with Zen because I either don't play him or I do play him. And I think while this skin does look a little bit simple, I think it's a great design for him, if I'm being honest, because you can give him a lot of options and it still makes him look really cool with the design. Coming up at number 10, I have chosen the Steel Death Reaper Mythic Weapons. This is from season 17. If I'm being honest, this one matches Reaper so much because it's the fact that the weapons are also scythes and you can flourish them to make it look like they're scratching, like trying to make them sharper and all that kind of stuff. And it goes really well with Reaper as well. So I generally think this is a really great idea for him. Next, I have Galactic Emperor Sigma from season 4. As a Sig main for tank, this skin as a whole is amazing. It has a great design, it had a great theme during the season, and for once, the man has shoes. He literally has shoes, because if you don't know, there's a lot of memes going around where he has literally got his feet out. He is literally, like, shoeless, and I'm like, ew. Next is Vengeance Mercy. This skin is one of my favorites for Mercy. Because one, it was the Mirrorverse season, so that meant that the good guys were evil and the bad guys were good. And this gave a completely different concept towards her. And I generally loved it because it was about how she's this like angel warlord that's like, oh, you're down? We'll do better and all that kind of stuff, you know? Like, she gave me kind of Domina kind of vibes with that kind of stuff. And I generally do love this skin. It's a great design as well. Number 7. From season 11, I have chosen Bound Demon Rhine, which is his mythic weapon, and the very first mythic weapon. And I'm pretty sure this is the number 1 mythic weapon skin. Yes, it is. So, Bound Demon is by far still one of my favorite mythic weapons, as it has a great concept idea. And at the same time, you know, if you're flourishing, you're literally like spinning it around constantly, just waiting for your opponents to get slashed and all that kind of stuff. So I generally think this is one of the most coolest designs possible. Next is Anubis Reaper. I think I speak for most when I say that they did well with matching a walking dead man with the embodiment of death itself as a mythic. This right here was one of the most good choices that Overwatch have done with giving Reaper an Anubis skin, considering he's literally like death and all that kind of stuff. And I love the customizable options. I love like how his ultimate is a sand death pit and all that. So yeah, I generally think this is a really cool idea. So coming up next, so from season 9, it is Ancient Caller Moira. This was a fan requested skin, I'm pretty sure. And this is definitely one of the best skins possible that Overwatch have created, because it matches the theme of, I think it was like Cthulhu or something. So it definitely goes well with the skin and the theme and all that. Love the customizable options, love the fact that you can have different skin palettes and all that kind of stuff, and her voice and everything. Number 4, this is Cyber Demon Genshi from season 1. So this is the first ever mythic skin, and this has it all. It has good customization, good theme, and even like later on having his brother match with him. Like, this skin is just amazing overall. Like, I think this was off to a great start with Overwatch having mythic skins and all that kind of stuff. So I generally think this is one of probably the best skins. Now, number 3 is definitely one of my hottest takes probably to this list, because I have chosen Cyber Fuel Junkrat from season 19. What? What the f? Now, Overwatch players will probably be like, why would you put this there? It doesn't look that good. For me, as someone who does not, well, has mixed playing with Junkrat, I think this skin is one of the best ones, as it matches his craziness, and it also somewhat gives out an arcane vibe with the whole, Jinx effect. Like whenever she loses her mind or she loses her insanity, you can see all the glitchiness and all that kind of stuff. So I generally think this is one of the best skins possible. Next up is A700 War God Ana, which is from Season 6. This skin, I don't see why it gets a lot of hate, because this is a brilliant idea for Ana. The fact that it changes the voice lines for certain characters, the design of it, of her being an Omnic instead of a human or something along those lines, and even matching with the whole theme goes really well for her as a whole. And the fact that she turns into like this bad guy, even though a part of her is still good and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I generally think this is one of the best skins that she's ever had. And that leaves number 1 going to Thor Reinhardt from Season 14. I might be biased because I'm a big lover for Norwegian things. So when I say this is the best skin by far, I mean it, because they literally gave Reinhardt, a guy who has a giant hammer, give him the concept of the Norse god of thunder who wields a fucking hammer. And plus, everything about the skin is brilliant, and it has a lot of details to Norwegian style and all that. And while the season theme, which was, I believe, Hazard, didn't have any theme at all, it didn't really matter, because Overwatch had made a really great design for Ryan, and it gave out a really great, I think it was like a skin that fans would have wanted for him for quite some time. And that is it. That is it for the tier list. If I'm being completely honest, I'll probably do this again if there's like a lot more skins to follow. But yeah, overall, I generally like this. So I hope you all are well, and I hope you all have a great day. Take care now. Bye bye.